Does the Tacoma's reputation for reliability live up to the hype? Is the first generation Toyota Tacoma worth your money? Let's watch and find out. Thanks for joining me in another useful video. The exterior of the first generation Tacoma still looks good today. It's kind of a classic mini truck design, and for a lot of people the proportions are just right for a small, compact pickup truck. It was available as a single cab, extra cab, and double cab with 4 doors. Note that the double cab models were only available from 2001 to 2004 in the first generation. There are a lot of color options available from red, black, white, gold, brown, etc. The exterior build quality is pretty decent. Some Tacomas used a special type of paint from the factory that, when exposed to sunlight for an extended period of time, could cause severe fading and clear coat peeling. As with many other vehicles, the headlights can also get a little bit hazy if they've been exposed to the elements for a while, so you might need to get a new set of headlights or polish the headlights on the vehicle. The exterior body panels are pretty well guarded against rust, so you shouldn't see too much rust on the vehicle except for if it was in a cold state that uses a lot of salt on the roads and it was always parked outside or wasn't washed too often. Overall, the Tacoma first generation has aged pretty well and still looks great today. The interior is pretty normal fare for a mini truck, and it's really nothing to write home about. I will say that the design of the dash is pretty ergonomic and the controls are pretty easy to find. It's also an easy dash to take apart if you need to fix anything or if you want to modify it. Two things to note about the interior is that if you have a manual transmission, the clutch pedal can be pretty squeaky, and the seats aren't great either. A lot of people complain that the seat is very low to the ground and their legs are fully extended out while their back is super straight. The location of the digital clock is also extremely awkward because it's almost impossible to see when you're driving since it's to the right and behind the steering wheel. Having said that, the interior does hold up for miles and miles of use, and some people do really like the way the seats and the whole interior is set up. You can be the judge of that. There were 3 different engines available for the first generation Tacoma: a 2.4 liter 2RZ, a 2.7 liter 3RZ, and a 3.4 liter 5VZ engine. The 3.4 liter V6 makes 190 horsepower and 220 torque, and the other 4 cylinders make 160 and 142 horsepower. All of the engines in the Tacoma are very strong and very reliable, with the 3.4 liter needing a timing belt every 90,000 miles. As for the common problems, the main thing that you need to watch out for when purchasing a first-gen Tacoma is frame rust. The frames rust from inside out, and you really have to take a good look at it to make sure that it's solid. I recommend taking a hammer and hitting the frame to make sure that there aren't any spots where you could create a hole in the frame. Additionally, you want to check the rear suspension mounting areas. They're exposed to the elements and can rust out quickly, and that can definitely be a warning sign for the rest of the frame if you go back there and notice something like this on the Toyota Tacoma you're looking at. The rear leaf springs are also a weak point, and they can wear out prematurely and cause axle wrap and other negative issues, so generally that's something that needs to get addressed around 80 to 100,000 miles. The steering rack bushings are also a weak area, however they are easy to fix. And those are most of the common problems that the Tacoma has. It's really not that bad. If you're looking for a truck to modify or go off-road with, the first generation Tacoma fits that bill perfectly. For off-roading, you can get front and rear off-road bumpers, bigger wheels and tires. You can also do the Tundra brake caliper upgrade, which uses 01 to 06 Toyota Tundra front calipers, and they're a larger caliper with a larger size disc and brake pads, which gives you better stopping performance. You can get different headlights and taillights. You can modify your grille and just put a Toyota emblem in the middle, or get something like this which has a kind of a chrome mesh effect. So the aftermarket options for you are really readily available, and there's a lot of different companies that make high quality parts for the Tacoma. And there you have it. There's our buyer's guide for the first generation Toyota Tacoma. Please hit that like and subscribe button and have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.